Iraq now. To begin withdrawing before our commanders tell us we are ready would be dangerous for Iraq, for the region, and for the United States. It would mean surrendering the future of Iraq to al-Qaeda. It would mean that we'd be risking mass killings on a horrific scale. It would mean we allow the terrorists to establish a safe haven in Iraq to replace the one they lost in Afghanistan. It would mean increasing the probability that American troops would have to return at some later date to confront an enemy that is even more dangerous.
All right, folks, welcome back to the show. George W. Bush, July of 2007. He was so right on target with everything he said, was he not? Everything he said was 100% correct, because that's exactly where we are now. And we are where we are now, Rachel Maddow's analysis notwithstanding, we are where we are now because Barack Obama didn't want a SOFA. I don't mean to sit in, a status of forces agreement. He didn't want a SOFA with the government of Iraq. He took unprecedented measures to make sure we did not get a SOFA, because he insisted on how that would go through the Iraqi parliament to be agreed upon, and they said, no, we're not going to do it that way. So he interjected himself into Iraqi politics in trying to get that agreement. The agreement never happened. We removed all the troops. We did not keep the force there necessary, as President Bush was alluding to in 2007, and everything that President Bush said would happen if in that eventuality has happened after that occurred. So, what could I say? What could I say? How clueless is this president on foreign policy? How clueless can one man be? He mocked Mitt Romney for taking Russia to task as our biggest geopolitical foe in the 2012 debates. Gee, I think Mitt Romney's been proven right. George Bush, well, he was, Bozo the clown and a cowboy and an idiot and a warmonger and you name it. And he was 100% right. So I guess that makes Barack Obama 100% wrong on both of those fronts, does it not? All right. Chris Christie. Chris Christie was in Mexico the other day. My governor from the state of New Jersey in Mexico, signing some kind of cockamamie education agreement with Mexico while our Marine rots in a Mexican jail. Good timing, Mr. Future Presidential Candidate. Keep up the good work. Did he say the word, Sergeant Andrew Tamarisi? Not once. Did he bring it up? Not once. Not only that, he was asked about his stance on immigration reform. And you know what he said? I'm not answering that unless I decide to run for president. What? Who is this guy? What kind of sense of entitlement? And folks, I did a Give Me Five several months back when he was on CNBC. And he said advice to Republican candidates, quote, just answer the question. Always answer the question. That's what Christie said. And they asked him a simple question. What's your stance on immigration reform? I'm not answering that until if I decide to run for president. Are you kidding me? You don't answer that, you have no right to run for president. Now here's a hint of how he might act. Let's go to number 49. 49.
You are an inspiration to us. You're an inspiration to us because in you, we see all that the future of our country can be. In you, we see the infinite possibilities that exist in a human mind that's challenged and taught and maximized in you.
All right, folks, that's Governor Christie signing into law the DREAM Act in New Jersey. So illegals, the kids of illegals, get a discounted tuition in my state that I'm paying for. So where do you think he's going to fall on immigration reform? Don't make me laugh. All right, folks, we'll be back with more of the Steve Malzberg Show after the break. But first, your News Max to Health moment with some tips. That's your Max to Health moment. Some tips for preventing skin cancer.
watching Max to Health.
Basking in the sun can be fun and give you a golden tan, but dermatologists recommend that you always wear lotion and take extra precaution in the summer.
It's very important that people get tested for skin cancer. And the way that you get checked with a complete skin exam, and that should be done once a year. The best time is in the summertime with the summer sun. In the summertime, I consider that fertilizer that stimulates the skin cancers and precancers to come to the surface. So the best time to get checked, if you do not have a history of skin cancer, is once a year in the summertime. If you have a history of skin cancer, you should get checked every 6 months. If you have a history of melanoma, you should get checked every 3 months for the first year and every 6 months after that.
Do a self-exam of your skin. Learn the pattern of moles, blemishes, freckles, and other marks on your body so that you can discuss those with your doctor. I'm Hannah Ostapchuk.
Get more health news at newsmaxhealth.com. Back in the